In America, we have places like with the Native Americans where you go to a park and they have an indigenous area set up that looked like long ago. I was lying in the bed one night and I had to remind myself that this was their real life. This wasn't a stage. This is how they lived. I was surprised about the school, how many children were in the school in a small space and the resources they have, and how dedicated the children are to come to school. And many of the children get up really early and do their chores and so that they can go to school.
You know, in America, all your needs are met, you know, almost instantaneously. If you're thirsty, you turn on the water faucet. If you're hungry, you look in the fridge. But here it's different, you know. If you want a drink of water, you gotta walk to the borehole and pump it out. And if you want food, it's gotta be pulled up from the ground.
It was kind of surreal for me to see people without electricity and running water in their homes, and still see how they survive, how they have their huts.
The roadways are poor condition here. It's hard to move things from one place to another.
The hand tools that they use to clear areas to plant their crops, what they are growing.
If most Americans could come here and see firsthand the living conditions, it would change a lot of people's attitudes and opinions about what we need to be doing in the world to help others. There is much need and much need for help for the people here in Uganda and in the community we're working in presently.
Yes, we've seen many people who are engaged in the work that's been provided by UCSS. We went to the school and saw the sewing class and learned that 130 individuals have been educated in sewing, and that all of those people have gone out and been employed in other areas. We also went to the group where the women were making the jewelry and the beads. Many women were benefited by the purchase of those beads, and they are taking pride in the fact that they are earning their money.
We had the opportunity to observe some of the garden areas, the farm areas that had been started by the Uganda Counseling Service, and some of the water wells that had been dug, which is a great asset in this area. That water is a very valuable resource here, and being able to help the people in this area get water, I think, has improved their quality of life a whole lot. Showing the different people in this area, like the different crops you can grow, how maybe to better grow crops on their different model farms. We've done so many things while we're here, but again, the main focus of this particular trip to the region was another Christian crusade. Our mission was to come in here and preach the gospel to the people. We had a crusade that went on for 5 nights.
The Word of God says this.
For God so loved the world that He gave His one and only Son.
The most important thing is having a relationship with Jesus Christ to spend an eternity in heaven with Him. Don't miss this opportunity with Jesus walking by to give your life to Him.
Thank you for the cross, Lord. Thank you for the price you paid, bearing all my sin and shame. In love you came, gave amazing praise.
Laura Harris was preaching tonight, and she called out for anyone who had trouble with their eyes, seeing, to come up and be prayed for. The first time we prayed, I could see a big difference when I opened my eyes, and so she prayed again, and at the second time I could see much better.
aye Yesu Kristo amponiza amaiso
nabaire nga ndi kuwulira amagulu gano mbaire nga kunje tusobola kusituka
mbadde n'eriiso naye nga teriraba okumala emyaka nga 15 naye kaakano okubale bansabiridde biraba.
Thank you for this love, Lord. Thank you for the nail-pierced hands. Washed me in your cleansing flow. Now all I know, your forgiveness and embrace. Worthy is the
The primary message of UCSS is to present the gospel message to the people of Uganda. So many people have been brought to the Lord. There has been a tremendous revival. We have seen people who have been changed and transformed.
People need to realize this is an area where there was no Christianity before UCSS came here. There were no churches. And so that's been a major transformation. And from the first time I came to now, I can see how the people are being lifted up. And UCSS is, if it wasn't for UCSS, those things would not have happened.
The things that have been provided have just made a tremendous difference in their quality of life.
But I think that Bulaki is being steered in the right direction, and I think there's hope for them now.
We're looking for people to continue to give as much as they can.
I can affirm that the donations that are given for UCSS are used for the betterment of the people.
You want to get the most for your dollar, and when you give your money to UCSS, you know that you're going to get a lot of bang for your buck for the people here in Uganda.